This is Spotlight Omaha. Spotlight Omaha is a local podcast that highlights local businesses and influential movers and shakers in the Omaha business community. Spotlight Omaha is brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. Now, from the Pyramid Contractor Studios, the host of Spotlight Omaha, Jimmy Allen.
Good morning and welcome into the Spotlight Omaha podcast, where we take you around the city of Omaha, introduce you to local business owners, influential figures, and people who are making an impact on our community. After a week gone, I'm back in the office today, and I'm excited to talk about this one. We are brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing is a locally owned marketing firm that specializes in search engine optimization, wanting to improve your social media presence, and designing you an award-winning website as well. For more details, check out pixelfiremarketing.com. Today, joining us inside the Pyramid Contractor Studios, Ryan McKean with McKean Floor to Ceiling here in Omaha. We're really excited to talk to you about what you guys got going on in your beautiful showroom. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, Jimmy.
For anybody that may not know, what is McKean Floor to Ceiling? What are you guys doing?
McKean's Floor to Ceiling, we're a family-owned business. We've been in business this is our 63rd year now. So we do any kinds of floor covering. So whether it's tile, hardwood, laminate, LVT, carpet. We also fabricate countertops, anything from natural stone to quartz to porcelain. And then we also do kitchen bathroom remodeling with cabinets. That's kind of the gist of it. Yeah.
I'm going to make an educated guess here and say you're not 63 years old.
I am not.
Okay,
63.
so you're a third generation owner of this business. Your grandfather took it over. Your father's passed it on down to you.
Correct.
What does it mean for you to have your last name? Saw your truck pull in. It's on the big building over there off 108th and Q. But also on the jobs that you guys do. It's not just your name, it's your grandfather's name. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You know, I've just grown up. I always looked up to my grandpa. He was just his work ethic and everything that he put into everything that he did, including the family business. It means a lot. You know, I got a lot of traits and characteristics from him that were passed down to my dad, and then that he passed down to me. So,
what's the best piece of advice he ever gave you?
Man,
this is a podcast. You can cuss if you need to.
That's a tough one. Believe it or not, he told me that the customer is not always right.
Weird. What a concept. what a concept. Hey, I want to talk about what you guys do. Floor, carpet, hardwood, laminate. You guys do it all. What is the most popular opinion? So obviously it's like fashion. You know, house and home trends are changing every day. What's the most popular thing that people are looking for today?
I would say LVT and LVP, the luxury vinyl tile, luxury vinyl planks, really popular. But we've seen a really big surgence in what they call now high performance flooring, which is kind of a hybrid between the LVT and wood laminates. So they're making them now where they're waterproof, they're highly scratch resistant. We're kind of seeing the market shift away from LVT and LVP.
What do you think that is?
I think that just in the past, it was kind of marketed as just absolutely indestructible, waterproof, and I think people now that they've had it in their houses for 5-6 years are figuring out that that's definitely not the case.
Omaha's a unique area where you're dealing with 104 degrees, -20, and kind of everything in between, right? Floor stretch and come back together. Like how much does what the weather outside is doing affect what you guys are doing from a business standpoint? Does that really seem to affect anything? Does temperature seem to matter?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. I mean, perfect example. Today's going to be 80 degrees, and then we're supposed to have a blizzard in 2 days. So
it's the most Nebraska thing ever. Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, the trend is going away from like solid hardwood. So hardwood, as you know, expands, contracts with relative humidity levels going up and down. We don't do a ton of solid hardwood in Omaha anymore, mainly because of the temperature changes. You do see the gapping in the boards. And people, I think, just don't understand that when they put that in their house. So we do a lot of engineered wood floors, which is more dimensionally stable and really helps with that expansion and contraction.
When you guys do as much as you do, whether it be carpet, tiling, LVP, whatever it is, like, and that's just one portion of what you guys are doing over there.
Right.
It's traditionally, it is truly floor to ceiling for everything you guys are doing. But is it difficult for you as the owner, as the business owner? You guys have got a great team over there, but is it difficult for you to kind of keep your finger on the pulse of what's changing, what's trending, what brands to work with and things like that for all you guys do that's all encompassing?
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, new stuff comes out all the time.
Right.
So we try to keep up with those trends, the colors. Tile is a huge one. That's just hard to stay on top of it all times.
Like 55 new ones came out since you walked in the door.
It's crazy. Since I've been here, they probably just have released 1,000 new lines of tile. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's a full-time job. So
sure.
I mean, everybody that works at McKean's in our showroom, you know, they study that. You know, we get updates and stuff like that. And there's, you know, worldwide like tile conventions, for instance.
Your favorite thing to do in the world?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like for instance, there's one that's called Coverings, and that's next month in Orlando.
Sure.
And so all the big tile manufacturers come out with all their new colors and designs and stuff like that.
There's one of the more interesting things like we like to talk about in this room is like concept, like the thoughts of conceiving an idea and things that you thought you may have enjoyed that you didn't, or thought you didn't enjoy when you first started the business versus things that you may not even have known about. Like when you take this over from your dad, and obviously you were already in the business with him, but is there anything like maybe conventions like that you didn't even know about or thought you would have to do or it would benefit your business that you actually enjoy now? Is that maybe one of those things?
Yeah, that's definitely one of those things. I mean, who doesn't like getting away from work for a couple days and going to sunny Orlando?
Yeah, I mean, maybe do that. Maybe do this convention in February to the folks in Orlando.
Yeah, right. No, but I mean, there's lots of stuff that I never thought of, you know, growing up in the business that now that I'm in that ownership role that I never thought about. A lot of it's just, you know, like marketing for one.
Sure.
You know, I was always the salesman that went out and got the business and brought it in. I was never the one
picking up the phone,
calling people, like search engine optimization, all that stuff. That was never thought of until recently.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, not only is flooring ever changing, the internet is too, right? So it's kind of one of those things that even from a marketing standpoint, something you definitely always have to be thinking about is like how are we able to grab the attention of the people that maybe don't know who we are yet.
Right.
What is some of those what are some of those steps that you guys have kind of taken at McKean? Because listen, Omaha's blowing up right now. Gretna's expanding. There's a ton of new builds being done in Elkhorn, South Omaha, North Omaha have had a giant influx of cash put into those communities to try to make them better. Are you guys seeing that from your from a business standpoint? Is there a little bit of an uptick right now because of all the new homes being built in Omaha?
Yeah, I mean it's been really crazy. I've been shocked at how fast Omaha's grown.
It's not slowing down anytime soon.
It's not slowing down anytime soon. You know, we had a pretty slow January, February this year, and I think that the rest of the year is just going to be absolutely insane. It's crazy. And on top of that, the amount of commercial work and
I was just about to ask about
that's been going up, and multifamily home units, apartments, and duplexes.
Is that big for you guys? Because I think when you think floor to ceiling, and we talked about home improvement, I think everybody thinks individual houses. But you guys offer like rubber flooring for like home gyms or maybe businesses that have gyms put in there and stuff. I'm not looking for like a percentage, but like how much of your business is done in residential versus commercial?
Right now, I'd say we're probably more 80% residential, 20% commercial. I'm trying to kind of grow that commercial side a little bit, but the commercial life is kind of hard to get into. I mean, it's
is it a surprise to you that that world exists where a ceiling to kitchen tile company can be in the corporate realm?
Yeah, I mean, it's I just think that the industry is just forever changing.
Yeah,
you know? And if you're not changing with it, you're going to get left behind.
We're catching up with Ryan McKean of McKean Floor to Ceiling here on the Spotlight Omaha podcast, brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing and Pyramid Contractors. I want to ask about the vendors that you guys work with. You have 12 listed on the front page of the website. Why is it such a big deal and that's not all you guys work with, that's just the 12 that are up there front and center. Right. Why is it such a big deal for you to be able to offer homeowners and business owners in Omaha multiple options?
It's huge. You know, everybody has a different vision of what they want their home to look like. So
great point.
Not everybody is going to want beiges. Not everyone's going to want grays. I mean, you just have to offer a wide variety of products for them. You know, we try to do a really good job of that by carrying multiple manufacturers, multiple distributors, multiple lines of every kind of flooring that you can imagine. So,
when we talk about, let's move to the kitchen for a second, because I think that's kind of everybody's favorite. It's the pretty part, right? I mean, you got to walk on the floors to get there, but I mean, the countertops pop more often than not. It's something that's been happening. We talk about the open concept. People want to take down walls and open up their kitchen. I got to imagine we're talking about cabinets and countertops. That's going to be great for you guys because most people want more space, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the open concept of a kitchen is here to stay. You know, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.
We love ours.
Yeah, it's once you open up that kitchen, you'll never go back. But I mean, yeah, countertops are just seem to be the focal point. Your countertop and backsplash is what people seem to gravitate towards once they walk into your brand new kitchen. So
you guys offer a ton of customization options from Lazy Susans to spice racks and things like that. How big has that area grown over the last couple of years? Because it feels like it's kind of taken off.
Yeah, our cabinet business has grown a lot. Just like you were hitting on, you know, the customization and what you can do inside of a cabinet has just, I mean, there's just so many more options than there was, you know, 5-10 years ago.
Is there anything particular that you love to show off in your showroom that people tend to gravitate to?
You know, we have a couple like bath vanity cabinets, and they're in something that is really popular is, you know, you pull a drawer out and it's got a place where you can put your curling iron.
Oh, sure.
Curling iron, your
something I clearly need.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I joke, but I have 3 girls at home, so I'm going to eventually. Yeah, so
I mean, just bathroom accessories
sure
have grown a lot. You know, people don't think about bathroom accessories in their cabinets as much as they do in their kitchen.
Right.
But you know, the bathroom accessory is something we sell a lot of.
What area is for, like we talked about? I think kitchens are pretty self-explanatory what people want. What's something from the bathroom realm that people have kind of grown, or maybe that's at the accessories portion that we're kind of starting to see a trend upward?
A huge trend in bathrooms right now, especially in showers, is less grout joints.
Okay.
So the bigger tiles, the better.
Yeah.
It used to be, you know,
less stuff to clean.
The 3x6 subway tiles or the 6x6s, and then it was your 12x12s, and now what's really popular is your 12x24s, and then even bigger than that are your 24x48s. So they're 2 foot by 4 foot
because people are sick of cleaning them.
People are sick of cleaning them, and we've actually gotten into porcelain slabs now.
Wow. Okay.
So you can literally take a 5 foot by 10 foot piece of tile, glue it on the wall, and you have no ground.
You guys don't work with like the shower portion of it at all. Like you guys don't like shower and oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I guess it kind of makes me change my question. So, like, we've seen this rise in popularity of the zero entry shower, the walk-in shower, right?
Yeah.
How does that change what you guys do as a business then? Because obviously that allows more tile space and it allows the shower input and all that.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys are seeing a lot as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we see a lot of bathroom remodels. People are taking out their standard, you know, 3x4 fiberglass shower, 3x5 fiberglass shower, you know, extending a wall and making it a true walk-in.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky to do in an existing house to make it a true zero entry because you have to drop the subfloor and there's other
water's got to drain somewhere.
Yeah, there's kind of other engineering things that you got to take into account there.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, the bigger the shower, the better.
How often is that the subfloor conversation happening? Because I think a lot of people, hey, my floor's fine. Look, I could step on it.
Yeah.
Well, you rip that floor up and you look and there's some damage or whatever. And we talked about the elements. Is that something that happens quite often where you take up a floor and you have to have a conversation with the homeowner?
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
we also have to do X, Y, and Z here.
Yeah. I would say probably half of the showers that we tear out have
really
some.
I guess that makes sense though, right? Because the water damage.
Some evidence of water damage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's a 20-year-old shower, the chances of water getting back behind there leaking somewhere.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What from your, I mean, this is obviously subject to personal opinion, but like what have you seen is the best option to protect that subfloor? Is there a certain type of shower flooring or tile that helps with that?
I mean, not necessarily. It's all about your prep work when you're doing showering.
Great point.
Waterproofing, the prep work, making sure that you have a natural slope down to the drain so your water's not pooling anywhere. Those are all things you know, everybody has their own shower systems, you know, whether you use Weedy or Schluter or Go Board or, you know, they all have
a ton of great ones. Yeah.
They all have their great products and they all work great. But if you're not prepping correctly and if you're not using those products as they're intended, then there's no point in even using them.
I have to ask. So we've lived in our house for 3 years. The gentleman that owned it before us was a YouTube warrior, and thought, I mean, do you have a favorite horror story from having to kind of fix a DIY situation?
I wouldn't say a favorite one, no, but
I use that word very tongue in cheek, but
yeah, we see him a lot. You know, we used to get a lot of callbacks back to like LVT floors.
Yeah.
Because when they came out, you can lay it over anything.
You mean you can't just tape it down? It's great.
Yeah, they used to tell us, you can lay it over anything except for carpet, obviously.
Sure.
And people literally laid it over anything.
Are you guys seeing a downtrot in carpet sales? Because it kind of feels like everybody is kind of moving to the smooth surface, open concept look, grays, blacks, whites, from a popping standpoint. Are you guys seeing a downtrend in carpet?
Yeah. So people just like to have one cohesive floor throughout their whole main level.
Yeah.
That's definitely where it's trended the last couple of years. And I don't think that's leaving anytime soon, I guess.
Yeah.
But people still like carpet on stairs in the bedrooms.
Sure.
And for the most part, kitchen, living room, dinette, that's all going to be hard surface.
Is there anything McKean Floor to Ceiling doesn't offer right now that you'd like to eventually maybe see, or maybe you guys are looking to add in the near future that people should be excited about?
That's a really good question.
Let me. This is why I asked. So Sarah is asking. Let me bring it back up here. Sarah wants to know: do you guys do heated floors?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, how popular of a request is that?
Heated floors are really popular, and I'll tell you, I don't have one personally in my house, but I have been in a bathroom that has a heated floor.
And you get it?
Once you have a heated floor, you will not go back. Every bathroom that you have in your house will be heated for the rest of your life. It is very popular. They're not terribly difficult to do. Obviously there's electrical requirements and stuff like that you have to get first, but once you have a heated floor, you'll never go back.
Ceiling tiles, bathrooms, showers, cabinets, countertops, all that. It's expensive.
Yes.
But you guys offer help with helping people budget for their projects, because people spend a little bit more with their eyes than they do with their brains sometimes, right? Yeah. Why is it such a big deal for you guys to be able to help people plan this out, make sure they can afford it, and get to the finished product?
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes. You have to take yourself out of your own shoes and realize that it's their money, it's their house, and you want to help them get their dream house while meeting their budget.
Sure.
But that doesn't always happen. So we help them with ways to kind of value manage some items to get them back in budget. It can be difficult at times, and there's got to be some give and take on their side, on the homeowner side sometimes. But for the most part, at the end of a project, if we can both shake hands and walk away and we're both happy, that's the end.
That's the goal. Right.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Do you guys offer financing?
We do.
Okay.
So we offer financing through Synchrony. So it's usually either, whether they're running a special, anywhere from 12 to 18 months, zero interest.
I mentioned the showroom over off 108th and Q is massive. You guys have a ton of 108th Q, right?
108th and Harrison.
Harrison, excuse me. Yep. Thank you for correcting that. It's massive, beautiful building on the inside and the outside. What's your favorite thing inside the showroom?
I actually thoroughly enjoy our countertop fabrication. It's not part of the showroom, I know, but
sure.
In the back of the showroom is our warehouse. We store all of our materials, and then the other half of that is where we have all of our CNC saws and routers for fabricating countertops. And that's my favorite part. I kind of oversee that division
and probably use it a little bit more
than anybody else. It a little bit more than anybody else. But as far as the showroom goes, when you're in this industry, I think everybody's first love is tile. They have the most beautiful things, most colorful things.
Maybe the most
exciting
way to express your articulate side as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're catching up with McKean Flooring and Tile here, or Floor to Ceiling, excuse me, and talking with Ryan McKean, the owner and operator of the business. I want to talk about you for a second.
Sure.
Third generation owner of this business, husband, father, got a couple of employees you got to help take care of as well. How do you balance all that?
Yeah, it's tough. Working with family obviously has its pros and cons.
It's not completely smooth all the time, and Thanksgiving's always fun.
Yeah, family holidays are always fun
sure.
and stuff like that. But for the most part, you just have to keep in mind, that your family has the best interest of the business at heart at all times.
Has that always been easy for you to understand?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, we've asked a bunch of people that. It's very rarely a yes. So.
Yeah. No, it is. But sometimes you just got to take a step back and realize that.
How difficult is it for you at the end of the day, put your phone down and stay away from work? Is that something that you're able to do successfully? Has it been a struggle for you?
It has been a huge struggle for me.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
I just think that it goes back to just kind of the work ethic that was just ingrained in me from my dad and my grandpa. It's hard for me to stop working. When I get home with the kids and stuff, my phone still rings.
Sure.
And I get messages and emails, and it's hard for me to just kind of disconnect from that. And I think it just goes back to my work ethic. I'd rather just address something right off the bat than
worry about it tomorrow.
Than worry about it tomorrow.
How much do your kids know about what now mom and dad do?
Well, my oldest is going to be 4 in April.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think she has that big
grasp it. Sure.
Now.
Yeah.
And then my youngest, he's 1, so
figuring out.
Yeah, he'll figure
getting the diaper off, right?
Yeah, right.
When we talk about the growth of this company, obviously it's been around for 62 years for a reason. Why? Where would you like to see this grow to, maybe over the next 2 to 3 years, if at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in expanding, opening up another location.
Okay.
I don't think 2-3 years is realistic for that to happen.
Okay.
But I mean, I would like to start planning and looking into it, see if it's a viable option. Other than that, just expanding the business, getting more builders, contractors to do work for. I mean, that's really the name of the game.
How difficult is it for you to take not only your last name, your grandfather's last name, your father's last name, how you support your family, hire somebody, hand a job off to them, and ask them to kind of take your brand that you've helped build and grow and ask them to do the job?
Yeah, that's something that I struggle with all the time.
Everybody does. Yeah.
Believe me.
Has it gotten easier over the years? Because some people say it never gets easier.
No, it doesn't get easier. Yeah. And it's definitely something that I need to work on.
Sure.
I have kind of a mentor that I have monthly conversations with, and he always tells me, he said, if you can find somebody that does it 80% as well as what you do,
give it to him immediately. Yeah, that's great advice.
But it's the never-ending search of, I don't want somebody to do it 80% as good as me. I want somebody to do it as good as me. Yeah. And I'm a control freak when it comes to that.
Most entrepreneurs are. I mean, because we know what it took to get to where we are, right?
Right.
If somebody is thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, starting their own business, maybe starting their own tiling company for the first time, what's that piece of advice you'd give to that person?
I'd say networking's huge. Getting your name out there, getting your brand out there, marketing, networking, meeting as many people as you could. When I got into this business, however many years ago, me even sitting in this chair right now, if you would have reached out to me back then, I would have said no.
You'd be surprised how many people do. It's like, hey, it's free.
Yeah,
we're
no
good.
way. I'm not doing that.
Sure.
But now that I'm in this position, it's important to get my name out there in my business, people to see my face. I want people to know who I am, and I want people to know that I'm associated with our family business. And that's big for me. So.
Well, that's Ryan McKean's with McKean Floor to Ceiling. We'll make sure ceiling floor to ceiling. I had it right the first time. Sorry. We mentioned the showroom's on 108th in Harrison. Where else can people find you? How do they get a hold of you?
You can go to our websites, www.mckeans.com.
That's MCKEANS.
Yes. And then, we have a contact form on there, phone number. You can call into the showroom, 402-331-4062. And then we do free estimates. So if you're even thinking about starting a project, give us a call. No obligation. We don't take a down payment. We'd love to just kind of get in your house, get an idea of what you're looking to do, and then kind of go from there.
We talked about networking and the importance of it. How often are you guys seeing we did this bathroom, we did this kitchen, now they're calling us to do X? Is that a big part of your guys' business?
Yeah. Yep. I would say probably not half, but a good chunk of our remodel business is repeat customers. I mean, there's people that we've done work for 20 years ago that come into our house to say, oh, you finished our countertops and did all of our flooring when we built 25 years ago, and now we're ready to remodel.
That's incredible.
There's people that remember us from back then and come back to us, and that's a huge part of our business for sure.
We've hit on a lot today. Is there anything about McKean Floor to Ceiling that we haven't mentioned yet that people should know?
No, I don't think so. I just, we're all about customer satisfaction. If you're not happy at the end, we want to know why.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's a big investment, whatever you do in your house, whether it's a kitchen, bathroom, or flooring, and everyone's big investment is different. Somebody,
great point.
$1,000 could be a lot more to somebody, and you could do a job for $100,000. But that's their money, and as long as they're happy with it at the end, that's all that matters to us.
McKean Floor to Ceiling has over 102 5-star Google reviews on Google. Plug the website and the phone number one more time.
It's www.mckeans.com, And what did you say, phone number?
Yeah, the phone number.
Phone number 402-331-4062.
If you're looking to do that remodel, maybe you want those heated floors, head over to McKean's and work with Ryan and his team. Thank you so much for doing this. I greatly appreciate
it. Thanks for having me,
Jim. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. on the Spotlight Omaha podcast, talking to a brand new business here in Omaha. We're excited to talk about it. Hopefully you can join us. Thanks to everybody that joined today. Don't forget to follow and like us on socials and YouTube as well. We'll see you in the morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Spotlight Omaha podcast, brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing, Pyramid Contractors.